Hey guys, I'm Sage Valentine and I'm back to review another episode of CBS's Big Brother Season 18, episode number 26, so let's just get down to it. Paulie's the target, Corey's the casualty of war, Victor is still on this whole, you guys got me out, so I'm gonna get you back, but my boy Paul did not get me out, so I'm not after Paul. Corey feels like Victor stabbed him in the back, but Victor feels like everybody in the house stabbed him in the back. Paulie said that he's a born-bred competitor. He will play beast mode, maybe not as wild as beast mode cowboy Caleb from season 16. And Paulie said he's going to fight until his last breath. Paulie thought that his alliance, the executives, were all together and can't figure out why he's nominated. And Paulie approaches Paul and Paulie approaches Paul and basically asks him, what's up? What is the plan? And Paul's just like, I don't know, when Paul really does know. Paulie feels like he proved his loyalty and he's wondering why no one else is loyal to him. Paul basically tells Paulie, listen, the five of us are not going to win. Only one person is going to win, so it is what it is. Victor basically says, I can forgive to Paulie, but I cannot forget. Especially since he was backdoored and then he came back in the house. But see, this is all, in my opinion, Paulie's fault because Paulie was so stuck on getting out people like Davon and Zakia and Bridget that he allowed Victor to skate on in this game. Not that he didn't deserve to skate on in the game, but usually in other seasons, when a player returns to the game, they're usually voted out within a week or two after they return. But see, Paulie's whole strange vendetta completely messed up that plan. And Victor looks at Paulie, who is all upset. He's just like, some plans don't work out. And the plan that you had didn't work out for you. So Natalie's talking about how there's an all-guy alliance, and then Nicole tries to get sympathy by saying that she and Corey are guilty by association. No, she and Corey are guilty because Nicole has been doing a lot this season. It's just that those who watch the show specifically have not witnessed what she has done. And of course, Corey is the casualty of war. Paulie pretty much wants to know what's up. And Paul's just like, I have nothing to do with any of what's going on. And Paul is very vague when Paulie asks him if he's going to save him if he wins the veto. So then Paulie realizes that he is all alone in the house, like the other people who were voted out. But I digress. So Paulie basically tells Corey, listen, that he might use the veto to save Corey, and Big Brother made sure to throw in that sappy background music as if this was a love story or love scene from a romantic movie. Paulie is like in tears while he's in the diary room, and he said that he didn't want to put Corey in harm's way. But it's basically called karma. I mean, there was a saying I heard on The Walking Dead where one of the characters was like, chew, swallow, repeat. This is what happens when you cross people in this game, is what it seems to me. And everybody pretty much in the house went along with Paulie's plan until they got tired of it and they got tired of him. This was bound to happen. Did I think it was going to happen so quickly? No, but kudos to the house guests for this plan. So it's time to pick players for the veto, and Victor picks Paul. Paulie gets house guest choice. He asks Michelle that if he picks her, will she use the veto to save him? And she's just like, hell no. So he picks Nicole, who looks at this as a chance for her to win and take Corey down. And then Corey picks James. Paul decides that he wants James, Michelle, and Natalie to go along with this plan to call Paulie out before the veto competition and rattle him up, because when Paulie is rattled up, he's really unable to focus on the competition, and he ends up messing up. So pretty much everybody's on board with this plan. So Paulie says to Paul, "Why do you look so serious eating those sunflower seeds?" And Paulie says, "You know what? I had your back and you don't have mine." And this is when everything blew up, because you have Paul saying, "You never trusted me." And Paulie gives that sorry excuse for an apology. "I'm sorry you're offended." He tries to call out Michelle as a manipulator and a straight shooter. But once again, he fails in calling Michelle out because he looks angry, aggressive, and he sounds extremely petty, unfortunately. Paulie said he made a mistake thinking that the Executives Alliance would be like the Detonators Alliance that Corey and Derek were a part of. Unfortunately, Paulie needs to understand that this is season 18, not season 16, so the same rules and strategies do not apply. I don't even think that the strategy that Paulie was taught would have worked in season 17, because that was a whole new crop of people. So James tells Paulie, "I would not talk about my friend's girl," I guess referring to the things that Paulie said about Natalie. So Paulie says that he feels all alone and he's being attacked and everyone's afraid of him, and tells everyone, "Don't count me out until after the veto," or "don't count anyone out until after the veto." But of course he didn't win, so the plan to rattle him obviously worked. So my favorite part of the episode, my favorite part of Big Brother happened. Zingbot came in the house, and if I was there, I probably would have run up to him and just given him a big bear hug, the same way Michelle did. So Zingbot tells Corey something about what do you call the man that sweeps Nicole off her feet, blah, 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 blah. And he basically, said Hayden. Victor, Zingbot told him the perfect word to describe you is only to be said in Spanish, and that is tu el douchebag, meaning you're a douchebag. James, Zingbot says, "You love to scare people," I guess people in the house, "but the people that you've scared the most are Natalie's parents." I was like, holy crap. Zingbot said to Paulie, "Anyone who says that you are the less attractive, less charming, lesser version of Cody is correct." Then Zingbot says that he has a Big Brother baby announcement. Somebody sleeps all day, cries all night, and vomits. He says Big Meech, aka Michelle. He says to Natalie, "We know you're not the brightest, but what you lack in smarts, you make up for in armpit hair." I should not be laughing, not with these eyebrows, but that was too funny. Nicole, Zingbot said, "BB16, you threw the game for a showmance. You were terrible in competitions. You had no chance of winning." Oh, wait, that's this season. And Zingbot said, "Paul, you have a lot of catchphrases this season. Pissed, friendship, your boy. But the one catchphrase that Zingbot wanted Paul to listen to was a shut the bleep up." So the veto competition consisted of Zingbot running for president of the United States of Zing. Very cute Big Brother, by the way. And the point of this veto was that if you were kicked out of the competition, you had a chance to get 6 through first place, or first through 6th place, if you understand what I'm saying. And you would get a gift, and you could either keep it or trade it. So Paul threw the competition. I'm not surprised. Victor said that he could not let Paulie, Corey, or Nicole win veto. So Paul initially got 6th place. He got the power of veto. Of course not, because then that would force Victor to have to nominate somebody in either Corey or Paulie's place, obviously. So Paul got 6th place in the competition and he won the power of veto, but he didn't keep it long because Nicole won 5th place. She won the Secret Service suit and wanted to trade that for the veto. Corey won 4th place. He won a vacation trip for 2, but he really wanted that power of veto, so he switched that with Nicole, so Nicole got the vacation for 2. Paulie got the Patriot Tard, but he wanted the veto, so he switched with Corey. James got 2nd place. He won $5,000, but he decided to keep the money, and I don't blame him. Because $5,000 may not seem like much, but walking out the house without anything, that seems like it sucks. So kudos to him. And then Victor ended up switching with Paulie, and Victor got the veto. So pretty much Paulie's going home unless he has the round trip. And it seems obviously like at that point Victor's not going to use that veto. So Paulie's upset. He says he knows he's the target and he has no fight. Now he understands what everybody else who's been nominated felt like. And I really can't feel sorry for him because this is pretty much karma for all that he's done. The difference between his game and Derek's game was that Derek got out people who were gunning for him. Paulie got out the girls just because they were girls, and he helped evict Davon in particular to isolate Zakiya so Zakiya would do everything he said. Now, as far as Zakiya is concerned, did she make mistakes? Yes, she definitely did. But Paulie could have saved her though when she was on the block. But he revealed in tonight's episode, he didn't, and it's no skin off his back. Which is pretty funny considering that on the feeds it looked like he was rather upset. But as I've said, and I'll say it again, you can't believe anything that's coming out of Paulie's mouth at all. So Corey gets to wear a Patriot Tard and Nicole is drooling over that. Paul always finds a way to have a good time in this house. He's too funny. So Paulie has to bake an apple pie, and at first he didn't want to do it, and somehow, some way, Big Brother convinced him to do it. That whole emotional show that he put on in the kitchen, in my opinion, was just for sympathy, and Natalie hugged him because she felt bad. Paulie said that he wanted to be emotionless in the game, but his plan is falling apart and he can't hold it together. I mean, stranger things have happened in the Big Brother house. I mean, a lot of people are laughing because he's crying, but I'm not surprised that he's crying because he thought that the game would go one way and would go in his favor, but that's not how it works in Big Brother. Not from what I've seen since I've been watching all these years. So Paul basically tells Paulie everybody breaks down and has a tough time. Pretty much like, suck it up. So the veto ceremony happens. Victor makes it clear, I'm not using this veto. This whole situation is between me and you, Paulie, and I'm paraphrasing, but to me it sounded like Victor was saying that Paulie is having a tough time separating emotion and sentiment from strategy. I think, in other words, it's nothing personal, Paulie, it's just a game. And Victor said that I can forgive, but I can't forget. So pretty much Victor feels amazing, and he threw that statement that Paulie said back in Paulie's face. Corey expected this to happen, but he has to watch out for himself, and Paulie just hopes he has the round trip ticket or that he can find a new way to campaign. Either way, it is what it is. I'll be back here tomorrow to review this episode. You guys take care. I'm Sage Valentine signing off. Paulie's in trouble unless he has that round trip ticket. Bye, guys. Bye.